Collective energy reading. Please take it all as it resonates. Always leave the rest for the best. Don't stress, because someone's got some heartache and pain. They may be thinking about you over and over again, because their hearts are in truth flowing through them. It's that revelation when the Most High God hits you with those words of truth. You can see that communication that comes towards you when you blocked yourself from your hopes and your wishes and those dreams. You could be seeing it was around family, friends. You could have been putting people in third parties. This could be this masculine. You can see they were serving somebody in their community. They was gambling you. They lacked compassion, understanding they didn't provide you that love that they needed to provide you. You could have been caring, nurturing, providing, supporting, enabling people to grow, to look at the mysteries to your story so you can have that compassion to keep on enabling people and having that understanding. That's when you see you're loyal, you're royal. You can see when you're laying that truth down, somebody may want to lay the truth down on the line about what they was securing and serving. You can see this could be this masculine. It was about their reputation and how they holded themselves in public. They could even see you as a Virgo, Cancer energy. You're just creative, creatively expressing, creatively enabling people to look at the cosmos. That's when you're connected to yourself, you're healing, it's revealing. That's when you're listening to that fourth chakra and you're looking at your heart and you got that understanding. You see the things that was rooted. It stems from childhood, motherhood, father figures, ancestors, lineage. It's deep. It's that grace. It's mercy to see you through when you've got that love and it's that connection. You can see you having that rebirth, you're ending cycles and even looking at certain final manifestations. Endings and that reflection. It's that sunset when that sun shines. It's that higher clarity. That's when you have to see those virtues where God granted you that serenity to start accepting things you couldn't change. That's when you have that insecurity, that heartache, that pain. You can see those illusions, habits. When you've had these habits, when you're not enabled to be able to grow mentally, and you've got the emotional factors that stemmed from childhood, you can see the things even when you're looking and it's sending you these signs. You could be hearing songs, singing those words, and you have to see you through. Release all that emotion, what's inside of you, because you can see it's that location, it's a reflection. You can see even when you're getting elected to keep moving forward, and that's that with that growth. It's that spiritual election. That's with the higher clarity. You can see it symbolizing even that close of a chapter when you have to end a cycle, a karmic cycle that didn't enable you to serve your new God. When you was around people that just drained that energy, caused you stress in your mind and your thoughts, and you was not able to think. It's even when you have to reflect on the past, even organize those thoughts, those feelings, let go. Let it pass, let it be, and let it breathe. That's when you're expressing gratitude. Even looking, because that's people who provide you that harmony, balance. So you know you're critically analysing now. You're having that discernment. So you know about these choices that you're making, so you can use that wise words of wisdom. You can see you inherited these skills. Certain people may need surgery in their mind. You can see it's that moment. And you're getting ready for those new beginnings. It's renewal. It's that spark with inside of you. 327. This feminine, masculine. You can see it across some of the green emotions. It's that departure when you're releasing those emotions, letting it go. They need to be able to let go, because it's that 5 of Wands when people are striving, causing you conflict. This could even be looking, and you can see when you're inherited, you could be looking at these inheritance now and having an overwhelming feeling, because it was a spiritual gift, it was a mental gift, it's emotional gift, to let go of those worries. Heartache, hurt and pain, it was delicate. You was grounded, it's moving when you're looking, and people's got awareness of you because you're moving towards hopes and wishes, you're empowering other people to have that understanding. That's when you can see people's trying to boost pressure, your pipes, you had to understand as about they was in that lower mind. Those family members and friends, you could have been in your lower mind. You just have to release those thoughts, because you can see it's that passion within inside of you. 12, that masculine, feminine thoughts, feelings dominating over minds. You can see their mindset, what they lacked. You had that growth, you had that love, that joy, that peace, that strength to overflow, to stand within your truth, power, listen to that spirit within inside of you. They was mentally and emotionally blocked. That's because they didn't have that creative skill. That's when you didn't have that understanding, and you can see you moving towards your hopes and your wishes, your status in the world. 12, they was on that karmic cycle. Now they're looking back to their emotions. This could be this masculine worrying and stressing now, because they're looking back towards you as a feminine. That feminine could have been blocking that masculine for money, extra energies. You could have seen what was creating a birth, even a child. They could even be rebirthing those thoughts and those feelings. It's when you regenerate. You can see they may be looking and see you part of that inner peace. And they're mentally and emotionally broken. Lost without you. Can't help myself. How does it feel to know they love you, baby? Six of Pentacles, generosity. How does it feel to know that they love you, baby? This is somebody from your past. This could be somebody that you know. You could have worked with these people, shared homes, foundations. They may see you as that stability. Six of Wands, because you that success. You're that sweet success. Oh, you could be this Witch of Wands. You could be seeing they were serving that Witch of Wands, that was doing spell work, that was spiritually, mentally blocked. They was not connected the way you was connected as that Witch of Wands to be able to stand and speak that truth within your power. You had that spiritual power. You wasn't able to encompass emotions. You could see they had this sexual energy blocking that masculine, taming them with that cat, with that child. You can see 3. That child they thought it was wise. It was being two-faced, holding on, trying to be dominate, controlling. They didn't understand that you had that power in your right hand. You had that strength and stability to keep moving forward. You was grounded. You see when these people came with these challenges, you was the challenge for those divine feminines and masculines. Those family members as well as those friends that was blocking you. Tried to block your mind. They didn't understand you was that splendor. You spoke that truth. You released these emotions when these people was idolizing you, because your cup runneth over, and you was fruitful, pure and divine, and you was just that ideal one, because you was that one to be able to enable people to release those emotions, let go of heartache, hurt and pain, while they're holding on to all that bitterness, taking action in a friendly way to move forward towards your success, to release these emotions. They had these obsessions. Remember, what is their intention and their motive? So if they come towards you, think about what their intention was when they was running towards these assets. What was they thinking they was inheriting? Did they think they was inheriting these adventures, your home with your partner? Was it for money? Did they lack value? Did they have that understanding? Do they need nurturing? Are they coming back because they're insecurities? They need nurturing. They can see you got that inner peace and you got this creative skill and you're moving forward. They're analysing now because they're having a tower moment with that Witch of Wands. Stress and conflict in their mind. You can see it's like a spiritual death, emotional death. You can see they could have inherited money from a masculine for a death. Take this all as it resonates. You about to make me have a heart attack. Shocked. Because they're processing those emotions now, that masculine. That feminine who was clinging on and being selfish. You just devalued those fishes. You see when you was moving and you was creating and moving with your business skills. You had that understanding to be able to overstand these NPCs that come flying about, because we're outside, there's a shed, there's a fly in there. You seen that Arabius, that was that consequences of their action when they was trying to block you, stop you, because they had these insecurities, that Jezebel spirit, idolizing, dominating over that masculine's mind. They was holding on, they was did for stability. That's because they didn't have no structures, and they didn't have that entertainment. They wasn't creative. They thought they was being entertaining in a positive way. That masculine, they wasn't creative in a positive way at all. That's because they was insecure. That's because they lacked strength. That's because they feminine was driven through jealousy, that masculine. That's because you wasn't able to be able to grow. You regenerated. You didn't hate. You transformed. You had to nurture yourself. You had to have that compassion and be creative. Speak love, speak life, prosperity in this bleak life. You see when they had that Aries controlling energy, and they was doing it for likes and attention, using that sexual energy because they was running through hell. Saturn. Now tell me something, because they can identify it's that regarded as a spirit, lay in what to be able to pounce on his prey, attacking those who possess that financial expression. They charged with anger, evil. They was angry, evil, causing worry, stress, dominating. That's that house of death. That's when you see having those cycles, those extra ones. Who was you having it with? Was it joyful? Did it provide you that love, or was they trying to dominate over those emotions? Did you release those emotions to let go and encompass, or was you holding on emotions all from childhood heartache, hurt and pain? Because you're sacrificing yourself for money, lust and greed, temptations, desires. You can see that's what moved. It was that sea salt. You seen, you sprinkled sea salt. You seen it was that spirit and a demon that was entering their minds, causing that worry, stress. And you had to overcome those darkness when people's causing you the most malicious words and ways. You seen when they was trying to cause you stress in your mind, you have to critically think and analyze why, where, what, when, who. When you was around certain family members and friends, your partners, the choices, was they providing you that love and that joy that you required? They couldn't provide you that support. Not got depression. I don't need a deep rest. I'm pissed off. Expressing. So you wasn't depressed. You just needed a deep rest. You was just pissed off. You're that masculine. You expressed when they was traveling, looking for these assets. And they was having these shared ventures. And they went back, and now they're on that karmic cycle. You're understanding about how they was putting themselves out there in the world. When they was around certain people, I say in the world, when they was in the communities, when you was out partying and you was socializing, and they thought that they was achieving these goals. And they didn't understand that they just needed to rest their mind because their insecurities took over them, because they lacked compassion. They was in that lower mind. Or when you're out socializing and people are programming you, family members and friends, you're not trusting oneself. That's because you're trying to dominate and make yourself look like you're more than. All because of those insecurities. Overcoming fears and anything. That's what they had, insecurities, fears. You lost. As the Most High seen everything they did when you was in their presence. Not good or bad. You was and are that mighty warrior. The Most High led you to be able to go in that little strength that you had. You had that help because you seen the people was idealistic. They could have been dominating over you with a great force, blocking you, controlling you, your mind, not enabling you to go, causing you worry and stress and conflict. You had to release that because it was helping you and those who need themselves to save. It is sending you, the judges, 6, about these family members and friends, about these choices, about your partner. 14, that they didn't have compassion and they didn't have no temperaments. And now they can see you as a part of that success. Whose temperance, that balanced judgment's taking place, even with your small, little self. But you extended significant to be able to help and excel, enable other people, support people in the community, even when people cause you stress and you've had to encompass emotions. And you've had to hit that 12, and you had to see when people materialistically blocked you, spiritually blocked you, mentally blocked you, emotionally blocked you, cause you heartache, hurt and pain. Those friends that you grew up with that you no longer speak to, that spoke bad about you, dismantled you in public, tried to sneer at you, sniggle you, still tried to bring people and block you. And now they've all got a social awareness of you. It was all because there was two-face. All because you had creative skills, Gemini energy. That's because they can see that that was Taurus, that energy that you put out there. You was inspiring people to have that balance. You was like a carer, nurturer, enabler, assisting people, providing with information. That's when you're enabling people to grow through those achievements. Even when you have your struggles, even when you've had heartache, hurt and pain, you've had to keep on moving towards your victory. They use their beauty, that lust and greed. You had to keep on moving forward because you inherited skills, power. That was when you was creative, communicating skills. An offer coming, they hate you glam life. So this offer's coming, that Queen of Wands, gonna hate your glam life. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, they're gonna be hating your glow up. Why? Because there was bitter bitches and they want versatile like you. They lacked a moral compass. They didn't have dignity and respect the way how you did. They was like little Jezebel spirits, Legaluskiel. That's what we call you. You accept it. Fucked it. Don't accept shit, no matter how pretty it looks or big, the big by time. So you seen, you accepted it. You said, fuck that shit. I don't give a shit. Fucking much fucking money you inherited. What you was trying to fucking secure. 2 holes in a bucket. Fuck it. I'm redeeming myself because I seen that test. I'll pass your motherfucking test, bitch. You can see, now they may have to go to hospital and prison. Yeah, you'll be seeking information. Somebody needs to be able to seek surgery. They may be going surgery and needing surgery. That Queen of Wands was seeking. They may need surgery now. All of a sudden you're having it unaliving. So take this all as it resonates, because you be mastering your craft. And when you're mastering the mysteries to your story, 8 Fs, you're seeing the things that you inherited from your spiritual guides, your ancestors. You had these skills. You had these abilities. You had that skill to continue to keep on moving forward. You had ideas. You didn't idolize people. You had ideas. You had skills, creative ideas, business ideas, ventures. You can see those structures, what was embedded within inside of you from your ancestors, to be able to nurture those skills and yourself, those thoughts. You had structures. You can see that was that power within you, creative power. Now they're taking action in a friendly way. Remember, what is the intentions? With this masculine, they're connecting now. It's that innovation now. That's that descendant, because they're listening to that spirit, their heart, their emotions. 10. They come in 23 because they can see you, beloved. Venus, you can see you, that high priestess. They're looking at you as the Empress, Aquarius energy, social awareness of you. Remember, they're flighting detached from their emotions. All of a sudden, they're honoring you because they're getting that awakening. Taking action, remember, in a friendly way. Venus, because that vision, that awakening. 8, 2, they want to transform because they can see that you care and nurturing. Or remember, they need nurturing. They're unstable. They can be seeing you as dependable and service. You're of service. They may see you, they may lack money. Their values, remember their values. They've got to be able to come towards you, right? Neptune. They've got to be able to grow because they want to be able to redeem their self. They was all in illusions. And now they can see the mysteries to their story, their mindsets about money and who they were serving. Remember the secrets, the mysteries to their story. 8, Scorpio energy. They was idolizing. You're going to see who was dominating over them. They have these illusions. They may come back towards you with these illusions. They may get these illusions about this feminine energy, who they will serve in that community. Take this all as it resonates. Because they was watching you. Now they can see and idolizing you because you growing. You've got those hidden skills to be able to grow. They're understanding who you are. They have that Mars energy, extra energy. So they have this extra energy with somebody, a feminine in that community. 2, 2. That could be 2 feminines serving. They were serving in that community, having extra energy with. Take this all as it resonates, because that was their daily routine and about their values and what they was prioritizing, or who they was working with for, to be able to secure, about money, signing things for this home. Not depressed, need a deep rest, because they're in that discomfort. They lack balance and temperaments, or because they're in that anxiety. And that's when you get to that upper room and you get that higher clarity. They're getting spiritually boxed in their chest, sucker punched out here, because it's that heart. It's revealing, it's healing, unraveling that truth to be told. That a blocked throat chakra, that masculine 1 was in their lower energy root, taking action, aggressive, sexual, gambling, taking risks in that community. Take this all as it resonates. Now they're listening back to that spirit, their heart, their emotions. They're connecting back towards you, that choice as the lovers. They can see those in that unconscious mind. They could be trying to consciously awake, transforming, releasing those emotions. They was not listening to their intuitions the way how you was unable to listen to the intuitions about those partners. Even when you was working and you got those jobs, and you can see it was providing that balance and harmony. You can see what was deliberated, because they're tuning in now. It's that fine tuning. Incision. They could be having an incision. 8, and they passed away. That incision could have been in their arteries, lower back. 8. What would that be? Arteries, lower back, reproductive functions, the glands, reproductive, feminine. Ooh. You can see it was deliberate discomfort, where it came from, what they thought about the home and what they were securing, because they was in that ego and their physical body. Now you could see their appearance. They could be feeling weak. They could have been acting about when there was what they was receiving, what they inherited, about their skills, of even when people were serving. 1, 5, those acting, devil energy. That's because they had these addictions, habits, and these illusions. You can see it was programming. A raiding. They could have been having a raid in that house. Reviewing, having stress and discomfort, arguments and shouting. 6, you can hear. 5, 11, 14 about that masculine. They're arguing and shouting, they're having stress, discomfort. I don't love you no more, I've changed my mind. I don't want you no more, they don't want them no more, because you accepted it, fucked it. Don't accept shit, no matter how pretty it looked or big time, from these family members and friends. When they're coming back, you can see who they was lodging with. And when you elevate and you start analysing, reflect on those feelings, that mental capacity of your mind, have that discernment, no matter how big it looks, how sweet it is, how good it is to be loved by you. No matter how sweet it is to be loved by them. You can see 3, who they were serving, that feminine energy of what they was trying to provide towards you. You can see communicating. 8, about these assets and these secrets, understanding about these family members and friends. Remember, they was trying to block you from going towards your wishes, spell work, mental, speaking, spells. You can see when you're moving, collaborating, they've got a social awareness of you now, because you're getting empowered. Your work, what you're providing, you've got strength. Providing people to have that strength. Collectives, all of you, listen to that spirit, have discernment. When you've got these choices and you're going to work and you can see about these contracts, look about what you're signing, because who are you putting around yourself? Because you can see when you've got these skills, you're inherited spiritual awareness, to have that discernment, to be able to analyse, critically think quickly. You can see they've got that curiosity, you've got that knowledge. It's to be given, taken, provided, supported, to be able to empower people, to be able to grow, have balance and harmony with oneself. That's when you've got inner standing, to be able to overstand. 8, 4, 6, 26, 14, 38 could be significant. 45, that's when you listen to that spirit and you're looking at that relationship. They may see you strong, powerful. They could have had a relationship, gambling with that Queen of Swords in that community, holding on, trying to secure a property in this inheritance, providing money, signing contracts. Take this all as it resonates. Manifesting love, joy, refine, restore, rather than expectations. It's intentional habits, it's practical, it's daily. So you can see you're refining, restoring, it's practical, it's daily, nurturing yourself, having that discernment. That's when you have to have compassion. You have to see the things, what's connected towards you, that divine. That's when you move in, providing, supporting, enabling yourself as well as the collective. Just a hug when my thoughts got loud. But you was never around. So you could see that masculine was never around. They could have been other places. Take this all as it resonates. 9, you got a social awareness. They got social awareness of you. They was blocked deliberately in there having this comfort. Now they feel foolish for hurting you. I lost the best thing they had. Best thing you ever had. You see, because they was out acting. Let's talk. Jesus came in a form and a fashion of a man. All can do that. Ask Timothy and Paul, love, read. So you've seen Jesus came in that form and fashion of a man. Melun Connie, it was rooted within inside of you. You've seen, hello, there's Timothy as Paul. You've seen that feminine who thought that they was a great high priestess, occultist, blocking family, friends, minds. You understood. Now they was blocked. That's because they was flight detached and they had insecurities. You was eccentric. You was original. You was organized. You used your intelligence. You connected to that oneness within inside of you. Now they was moody, selfish, stubborn. Now they can see you was practical. You connected to that divine. You had that omnipresence. It was that oneness. You had that oneness. It was just between you and the Most High, that divine that gave you those words of wisdom. He said, connect to your heart. Love thyself. Keep on moving forward. Have that strength and that courage to be able to know better. Look at those relations. You are that ship. You've got that house. 7th house. Vent. You vented that truth. That masculine could be speaking and stressing now. Getting serving, seeking the truth about that feminine. They could see you gain inspiration. 9. They're looking back to their heart and their emotions. Stress and clarity, because they can see that truth to be told. It's growing, that wisdom, achievement. They may see you standing within your power. You're achieving. They're looking at you and wanting that renewal. Because just when they thought they got loud, you was that one who was caring and nurturing, supporting them when they had that stress and that conflict. Or because they're illusions. Or when they was heartache and pain and they need nurturing now. They could be having illnesses. They could be ill because they're stressed, because those cycles, or because of their mindset. When there was temptation, they decepted you for money, lust and greed. All those temptations, now they could see those emotions change, those cycles, those clothes, those hoes, because it was about family and discomfort that was speaking these lies, traditions. You can see what people was doing, what they inherited. Lack mindsets. Lack mindsets. Lack mindsets. Their third eye was blocked. And now they're feeling guilty. They self-sabotage their own self. Now they can feel that heart, that emotion. Or to be able to secure a home so people could see them. And they can see you as a part of that family. They want to celebrate with you. It's that gift, as abundance. They see you as that true, divine, feminine. You're an empress out here. You just be empressing and depressing certain people's blood clots. The karmic is back. See what me as a blood clot. The masculine be watching you. I be empty. Every move you make. Every single day, every night, they be praying. Because they sabotage themselves. Now they're looking at that stage. Now they may want to take a boat and travel towards you. They can see you're lit. They get that lit feeling, high clarity within their mind. That's that spiritual box. They can see everything's falling between their hands. They were just trying to catch a star. Your intuition's moving. You in secret. You moving too fast. Don't too fast. And I sit back, relax. Giving up no love tonight. Ooh, it's bad out here in these streets, really, isn't it? Delayed magic, blockages to finances directly connected to the government. They fucking dumb. Stupid motherfuckers. You damn facts directly to the government. It was lot 9. The government's seen it. And they have these transactions and reactions. Something in my name for someone else. You dumb shits. Anything in my name for anybody else, I'm suing you. I bet you I told you first. And you know that I know that you know that I ain't fucking messing about. You double-minded and unstable ways. Pretty appearance is perishing, motherfucker. Your pretty appearance, your Jezebel spirit, it's perishing. Yeah? Fucking this time, me girl coming like me, coming like Nanny McPhee. And what do you look like? Jezebel's Jessica Rabbit. That's what you look like. Delroy, you are strong in material matters, demanded and stubborn. You can see they was blocked, reserved. That's the instructions to your sign. What does it mean for you? They're trying to roll back like they didn't leave you. And the blows beats. When you roll back, you better think of those wise words of wisdom, because you're going to get derailed out here in these streets. Just remember, think about it, because that's that Barma. You have to have that willpower to be brave. Or it's that short thinking, short distance. You may be having to travel. You best get into that left as well as that right side of the brain and be consciously awoke, because you need to be able to bridge certain gaps about these people. Your lies to be told about the systematic approaches about when you was having these relationships and who you had these partners with. And when you thought you was creating and you had this birthing and you was ex-birthing with. And when you were speaking and you was telling these lies, was you telling that truth? Because you know what's in the dark, it's got to come towards that light, and you are that light. And coming out of the cave, caveman, bomber fire, old and still lost in society. They were sleepers. So these old people, and these people, when I say the old, I mean those that be like 35, no, 37 upwards towards like 60. You fucking sleepers, you're out here in this matrix. You can see you need to add the endings and reflections. You don't know how to end karmic old cycles. Get off the loop. Get off that loop, because you just been slowing down your own role as well as other people's. And then people have still got to have that confusion, because it's clarity. Slowing down people. Fog air, cloud of sleep, walking out here in these streets. You can see you're blocking yourself, not only yourself, other people. It's karmic cycles. It's that fog. It's often bringing confusion, illusions, for temptations, because you're just idolizing, looking at certain things, manipulating minds, thoughts and feelings. You have to look at those opportunities for that reflection. You have to see that location of the mind. It's like reactions to actions, mindsets. That's when you're moving, and with that unclearness and its curiosity, unalive that cat. You have to take that pause. It's that time to look and look at that resources. Release it, heal it, stay calm, get that clarity within. Because when you're looking at that hope for new opportunities, you have to be optimistic, because they can see now you're that opportunity, that happiness connected to their heart, those emotions, high awareness, consciously aware. They can see you as a part of that life force. They see you as that 10, that joy, that's that connecting, that sunrise, social awareness. Now they're at that pivotal moment. They maybe want to come towards you. They can see you're at that freedom. They need to be able to come and speak this truth towards you. Clarity. They need to be optimistic, open. You may need to be open, have that discernment when they're coming, because it's that reliance and endurance through long pain and suffering. God to grant you serenity to accept things you can't change. Give you that courage and wisdom for you to know better. They see you as a part of their rock. That's that foundation, the healer. They see you as their healer. Floating over my enemies. The Most High protects me like I'm his premises. So the Most High protects you like he's his premises. She said she wanted money. I didn't turn her down. So that feminine wanted money. 5, about the child. They didn't turn her down in this home. You can see these secrets. Pop a little style. Nah, them a chat you. So you popped a little style on them. Got connected to the spiritual guys. Became your true priestess, empress, or impressing them with your creative skills. Speaking the truth. Devailing these divine feminines, family members as well as friends, those masculines, those Jezebels, those karmics. Now they're sitting there watching you. Social awareness of you, because you're creative, and they can see that they was gambling and acting. They're watching you grow with your skills, standing within your power, speaking the truth, and shaming them, because they be like Scooby-Dooby-Doos. Where are you? You're telling them, I got some place to go now. Collab, wholeheartedly coming to show devotion, faithfulness. So they want to be able to come towards you now. They can see standing within your power. You'd be like a queen, so one's watching them. They need to be able to connect, speak this truth about this home, about who they was creating with, who they betrayed you with, about this BABY. See what came out here. Bob. Boat. Boaz, they was on that Boaz and Ruth ship. Now they're listening to that spirit. E. Teb, Beb, bed, about who those in the bed with. MP, tip, who they was tipping. 2, pot, bib, dib. V, VIP. So they could have been adding the VIP in the club. MOB, a mob. Baby mom, baby dad. I'm Bob. I'm it. There was a Jezebel. There was Dom. MOT, they may need an MOT. Vote. Vite. Polite. Take this all as it resonates. First name, last name, middle name. MIPV. BOBD. TJZQ.